If you only watch one video before the release of the Highlands fishing expansion, make sure that it's this one. Here's everything you need to know. The expansion adds quite a few new and updated things to the game, including a new map, Highlands, which is based in Scotland. The map is a standard 2 km by 2 km, the same size as the other base game maps, and features a lot of fields. And I think most importantly, none of them are square. A new crop has been added, onions, which grow in rows of 5. And here's what they look like when they're ready to harvest. But to get them out of the ground, you'll need this piece of equipment right here, the UMR 300 FC from Highlands. It is part of this DLC, and it is the only piece of equipment that does what it does. You can also add in the optional Highlands UR 205 around towards the back of it, which will windrow multiple rows of onions together. Then you could use something like the onion version of this Grimmy Veritron 470 to pick them up and then sell them. You could also process the onions further in a new production setup available with the vegetable processing plant, which we've had for about 2 years now from Zilonka edition when they added the soups in here. However, now we've got onion soup, onion salt, and some fried onions. We've also got a new cattle breed, Highland cattle. This type of cow will mimic your Limousin or Angus cows, where they are bred for a profit, not necessarily for the milk. There are 3 different growth stages, and they are all so adorable. There's a new train on the map, complete with all of the cars you need for selling things like wood, pallets, and bulk material. And yes, it can be rented and driven, just like all the other ones. Fishing is a huge new part of this expansion, and there are many different ways to do it, including rod and reel, through young fisheries like this one where you can deliver food and you get young fish out, in ponds like this where you deliver juvenile fish and feed and you will get out adults, into offshore fisheries like these where again you deliver juvenile fish and food and you will get out adult fish. There's 2 types of fish that you can grow. You've got salmon and trout. It's also important to note that you can do fishing on other maps as long as there's water. However, this piece of equipment right here is not available, the offshore aquaculture. This is not available on any other map other than Highlands. So if you want to grow adult fish, you will have to put one of these down. I can't say it. One of these down. And if you catch a fish by hand, you can either sell it for between $100 and $400. However, you could also easily catch a tire or a bucket or something like that. In addition to what you could do around your farm and around the map, there's also a couple interesting spots like this little mini Stonehenge, a castle which could be rebuilt, and a future windmill. Boats have been added, whether you want to go for a cargo vessel or a sport boat. And when you buy them, it pops right here, right on the port. Now, the cargo vessel is quite loud and is quite slow. 12 mile an hour max speed, and boy can you tell it. However, currently this is the only way to get your juvenile fish into offshore aquacultures, because you will utilize the crane and the ramp to either drive up there or pick stuff up and put your pallets right there in the marked zone where you can strap them down. Likewise, you could still have some fun in one of these guys, the sport boat, which is very fun indeed. However, you can't really see a whole lot. It is cool though. I really dig this thing. What happens if we slam on the brakes? Yay! Nice. Oh yeah, that's underwater, by the way, if anybody's curious. Another interesting thing is you could drive the boats outside of the map. Can you see right below where I am? You see where there's like a line going halfway between the screen right under where the boat is? That line, you can see it right there where it goes from like a little bit of a higher detail to a super low detail setup. Well, that is where the map actually ends. However, we can keep going. And that's a good thing too, because we've got all of this extra room all the way up to about right here-ish. And then it kind of goes back down. So you can really send your boat going and have some fun and put plenty of aquacultures out here. Although it takes a little while to get out here, a couple minutes. So if you got a couple minutes to, kill to try and get back, well, then you'll be all right. And if something goes wrong and you lose your boat, don't worry, reset it, and it'll pop right back here. So we're gonna jump back in the boat real quick because we've got a buddy that needs some picking up. Mr. Farmer Cop's joining us. What's up, man?
Yeah, so you said to come out here because I'm out of gas, but I don't think you know this, but these things actually...
Don't do!
Nope.
Don't do!
They don't run out of gas, and they don't dig either.
Oh no! I'm so sorry! I heard you ran out of gas?
No, look. You can't run out of gas with these things, see?
Wait,
and you can't sink them either, which I think you just proved that point.
Yeah, well, the one good thing is I can prove that G-Portal is the best way to play multiplayer with today's video sponsor. If you're unfamiliar, G-Portal is a premium game server host with servers for all kinds of games, including Farming Simulator 25. And they're actually an official hoster for Giant Software. So naturally, when you go to top games on their website, Farming Simulator 25 is up there. G-Portal Farming Simulator servers are cross-play, meaning that even console players can get their own dedicated servers, and you can get them for FS22 as well. And if you're on PC, they still offer servers for 5 of the previous Farming Simulator games all the way back to FS13. There's some major advantages to having a G-Portal hosted server over creating a standard multiplayer game. You've got complete control over mods, server access, come on fishy. And the best part is you can set it up to run 24/7 or pause when no one's in the game. I'm gonna show you just how easy this is in real time. We're gonna go in here, type in farming. I want FS25 on the PS5. Oh yeah, we got multiple different choices here, but I'm gonna select my own because it's just me and a couple friends playing this weekend. So 3 days, I want some extra mod space, and Washington DC, because that's closest to me out of all of these, but select the one that's closest to you. And because I'm using code DjGoHam, or at least my link right here, I get 10% off. Once you've checked out, you have access to the Game Cloud dashboard where you can add in your mods and set up passwords, stuff like that, and you're ready to play. Once you've got all that done, you are ready to go and to sail off into the sunset. So I guess the boats don't run out of gas, huh? Oh,
nope,
no!
I don't think.
Oh!
You can do that though, I guess. But
yep.
Plenty of gas.
Yep.
Plenty of gas for sure.
Oh boy!
Make sure you stop resisting. Obviously.
Yep. Oh man. All right, let's go do something else. The store on the map is quite interesting and unique. The Kilted Piston. So we could go straight in here, buy what you need, but we've also got like a service area on the side, and we've even got a shop area here too. Let's see what all we have. We have a rotary drill set, a tool set, lots of tools there, and then we've got some toys. Toys right beside the drills. And it does look like, in case you accidentally walk past it, don't worry, there's more. The service areas definitely need, because you can go in here, back in, park it up, and then work on your vehicle, which I just find so cool. Why have we not had this before? Uh-oh. Well, I guess you win some, you lose some. Where's the trigger for this thing? It's not even inside the building. It's out here. Well, that just defeats the whole purpose now, doesn't it? How's about productions? Well, we've got some new ones too. We have fish food production, the quarry, stonemason, and the young fish breeding that we already talked about. There is technically one other one, but you have to place it down yourself. It is the Highlands AS25, aka the onion cleaner, palletizer, bagger. I'm not quite sure. When it comes to fish food, you got 4 different ways that you can make it. However, you're always gonna need flour and soybeans. It's just what kind of oil you put in it. So you got canola, olive oil, rice oil, or sunflower oil. Everything else will be around there, but you will have a couple different ways to make it. So like 50-50 flour there, 60-60, 60-60, and 50-50 there. You also have different amounts of oil to go in, but you will always get 100 fish food out. Now, you will need fish food if you want to get involved in fisheries. However, there is a sneaky way around it. You can just buy some, which is really nice. Now, the quarry is actually kind of a neat place because all you do is deliver water and then you get an insane amount of stone. Insane amount. 1 liter of water will get you 25 big stones. I'm pretty sure the big stones are... Well, let's find out. Oh, I've accidentally got Yos's new mod out. He's got a liftable mod that he's already working on, and that's what I've got here. That did not do this justice. Hang on. There we go. So, big stones right here, 1,000 liter capacity on each one of those. And they are going to take up this entire area. As a matter of fact, it overlaps at the end a little bit. So, Be ready! There's a bunch of stones that are going to drop out of nowhere. Once you've got your stones, then head over to the stonemason where you can make some castle stones or roof shingles. These are two of the big ingredients that you are going to need when rebuilding a couple of the builds around mainly the castle. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any screenshots that I've taken of this because the last time I tried to build it, my game crashed, but it was an early version of the DLC. So here's what you're going to look like in the wintertime. And then when you start delivering some wood to make the sports around, you'll be able to deliver some of those stones and it will start rebuilding. Then, of course, I think here it's obvious where the roof shingles are going. And actually, you rebuild not only this structure, but both of these other ones as well, which is very cool. And as I mentioned, there's also a windmill. And in case you're curious, right here above Farmland 66, this is where our castle is. And this is what it looks like before you do anything. You can see down at the bottom right-hand side, required materials, wood beam and planks long, so that you can rebuild all the stuff around it. And additionally, down here at Farmland number 60, we already talked about the windmill. Speaking of talking, this DLC adds somebody new for us to talk to. Alistair. Let's see what he's got to say.
Good to see you, pal. Fisher Deuce. What brings you to these parts?
What? Oh, I see what it says now. There's two options. Can you repeat that slowly? And just swung by to say hello. Like, what? Let's go with this one.
Just heart wanting to say hello to a fine face, eh? Cheers for asking. I can sniff out your hair and skin. Haven't felt much air or the sea. New to Kinleg, eh?
All right. Well, I'll let you guys experience that for yourself. When you're cruising around town, you might find this building right here. This is the coal blast furnace. And it's interesting because coal, though it's on the map, it's interesting. It's hard to explain. So to check it out for yourself, go over here and jump into coal. And right through here, you'll see 3 places that you could sell it and 1 place that you could buy it. But it can't be produced. So you have to buy it and then you have to sell it. Now, obviously, you can see here, buying it for $1,400 and we're selling it for $1,600. And at the top end, $1,839. And at the low end, we're breaking even. So this is purely something that you buy just to sell. So the coal mine's right over here above 62. Boom, right there. And then all you do is come here and buy coal. That's it. So you click this, it's like a warehouse, and we could buy one of them for $14,700. All right. And now I have it. So you get 1,000 liters of coal like you've been bad for Christmas, and there's nothing else around here. That is it. And all you do is just deliver it to the sell point. I think I've said that a couple times already. But yeah, you just pick the one that's the best and you sell it there. That's it. I don't know why this exists. For those of you out there that like to build your own farmlands, well, this DLC includes an insane amount of new buildings. I mean, just in Hormonbrand alone, there are tons of them in here. But we've also got a whole lot more, like just an old shed right here. This old shed. Or this old shed. Think we got enough old sheds? Here's one. We've got one of these on the main farm, and so do we have one of those as well. You've got this little guy. That's not all. We've also got stuff that is for silos here, so tons of stuff. We got one of those on our main farm. Ayo. This one's neat because it's actually a silo system, which is very cool. 400,000 liter capacity. And even our own bunker silos. Look at that. It takes whatever the ground is under it and brings it up. That's so cool. Look at that. Looks like it's just leaving it. We've also got some new constructibles as well, including a tool shed. We've got a buildable holiday home with an hourly income as well. And you've even got a house. It's a house. This one might be my favorite though. Only 2 setups for containers. We have a pig feed setup. And then we have a biomethane station. And because we needed it, we also have an electric charging station just from this DLC. Farmhouses are aplenty, and we've actually got 1 or 2. Well, 2 in here specifically, but if you go with the buildable ones rather, you can actually go in them. Of course, all of the new factories are available, selling points, and of course the aquaculture. Now, there is one thing. Now, if you guys don't tell Giants about this, I will let you in on a little secret. If you've got the place anywhere set up, as long as this main building is in water, you can put it wherever you want. You can put it here if you wanted to. It's really dumb, but you can, and the fish still swim around in the air. I'm not going to do it in this video, though. Now, one neat thing about this, we also have some new cow pens for the Highlands fishing. So here is one humongous setup for cattle right through there. We've also got another one right here. Don't get me started on this one. Woo, so many placeables. Horses get some love here too. No pigsty, but we do have a sheep barn. And unfortunately, no chickens, no bees, and no dogs. Although we do have the new border collies, which I think would fit in perfect here. And we have an insane number of fences, so many in fact that they get their own video, so stay tuned for that. Now, what about traffic? Well, we got a Reliant Robin right here. Never thought I would see one of those driving around. Got a bunch of boats, but none of them drive around. Got a Skoda here, a Mini, and even a Range Rover. There are definitely some interesting cars on this map, and you can even see them parked up in a couple places. And if you get lucky, you might just catch a convertible Jaguar. Is this a Jaguar? An MG? I have no idea what that is. Here's a couple more Reliants and a Range Rover. And you might even see some bus traffic too. There's a smaller one and a big old touring bus too. That's not the only one though, because we also have the Highlands double-decker. And I think that might be it because I can't find any more. However, here's a parking lot with like all of them in it. Additionally, I want to mention that this map features some of the most sell points that I've ever seen on a map. If we go in and take a look here, and we set this up to just tipping stations, look how many there are. Yeah, there's like, what is it, 4 down here. We got one on the main farm, a couple around here, but in town, holy cow. You got Logistics Center over here. We got Dairy. We got Nautical Gift. We Octacake Bakery. Over there beside that, we've got the, what did that say? Mistmore Oil. Then you've got a Books and Poems. Click it out, that board games. Glen Hatco. Big Farmer's Kiosk. Seaside Restaurant. Copy Shop. These are just sell points. Bakery Cake, Magical Toys, Coal Burning Furnace, as we talked about, Industrial Building, Fish Market, and Fish Market 2 sell points down there because so much fish coming through. These are all sell points. Animal Dealer, that's going to be for your bills and things like that. Harborview Coffee, Thistlepot Bakery. These are only sell points. That's all they are. Is it around here? Yeah, right there. That's all it is. It's not a production. It's nothing crazy. I don't know if I've seen so many sell points before, but I think what they've done is they've taken maybe this building or something very similar, and they've been able to add that in. Now, there's no interiors that are accessible with these. However, I do want to show you the one at the main farmhouse. It is located right here. We can open up. If you need to talk to Grandpa, he's right there. And let me show you something super creepy. He is like right on the inside of the kitchen. So we can open this up. Welcome. We'll come through, dust our feet off inside. Very cool through there. Very cool in here as well. This is where you're going to change your clothes. We can open up the, we can open up the back door. There we go. There we go. You get through there. See through the outside. It's definitely got this weird, I don't know, I think it was supposed to be dirty, but it doesn't look amazing, but I guess it just is what it is. And this is what I was talking about. Look at this creep. Look, nope, that zoomed in on the wrong spot. Look at this weirdo. He's just chilling. You want to go fishing? Getting some flashbacks. Come up here. We've got everything. I mean, like literally everything is enterable. Everything, even the attic. Look at this. It wants me to go up here. This is also creepy, by the way. I think I've seen an episode of Black Mirror, and this is how it either starts or ends, and I don't remember. But I don't want to remember either. Last but certainly not least, we are going to return to this place, which I can only describe as also creepy. I don't know what it is. Like, American TV's made me think that everything up here is creepy. These are your collectibles. They're little messages in a bottle, and they've got some sort of magic potion on them, which I will never quite understand. But we come up here, collect it, and we have found chapter 10 in the book out of 12 chapters. Previous page, nothing. But here that is. So maybe in a separate video, we will have to go through and find all of these and then read out whatever it is. So there you go. Collectibles as well. And collectibles that tell a story. That's kind of fun. That's about some fun stuff. So around the fall time, we will see decorations. Actually, I think I'm in November right now. Yeah, I'm in November right now. I went too far. I went too far. One day too far. But you will see around the fall time, different decorations. You've got all kinds of spoopy stuff going on, which I love. You've also got some spider webs in there. I mean, they've really, really kind of done it up quite a bit just to be festive for the holidays, I guess. I'm cool with it, man. Are there even in there? No, I don't think so. I think that was a chair. Look at this. There's like a bunch on top there. Does the church have anything around it? I don't think the church has anything around it. No, the church doesn't celebrate All Hallows Eve. However, the townspeople certainly do. And yes, some of them glow at night. I mean, look at this building. It looks great. I tell you what, this town is pretty sweet at night. We have any more jack-o'-lanterns? Yeah, here's 3 jack-o'-lanterns. One of them's happy, the other 2 are creepy. So you could go around for probably an hour just looking at stuff. But when we get into December, that is where this place really shines. In the wintertime, you will see all kinds of stuff shining and showing. Oh man, don't talk about precision farming right now. I'm enjoying myself. Look at this. Everybody is all decorated for the holidays. You got your snowmen up here just chillaxing. And don't forget about the miniature Royal Mile right here. Now, when we get into the nighttime and we add snow to everything, I mean, look at it. Are these blinking and shining? This wasn't even supposed to be part of the video. This was supposed to be part of the map tour. And I'm putting it in here because it's absolutely gorgeous. We'll probably see it again over there, let's be honest with you guys. But there you go. Hey, it's a great place to end it. Yeah. So there you are, a very rough draft of everything that you need to know about this DLC in a very, very quick amount of time. Again, I want to thank G-Portal for sponsoring this one. Big shout out to those guys. Huge supporters of the channel, so I do want to thank them, and Kevin for helping out with everything. So big shout out to them. Thanks to Farmer Comp, and thanks to you guys for watching. I appreciate you hanging out with me. If you enjoyed, drop a like on it. Get subscribed if you're new, and join DjGoHam fam. Double check your notifications, that way you never miss videos like this one. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.